Hello, welcome to the first of the month. I can't believe it's March 1st. So of course we do have a foundation to review, and I'm going to be showing you the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation Plus Concealer. So if you'd like to see if this pretty pricey foundation is worth it, how it looks on the skin, all that, then please keep on watching. Like it said, I do upload a daily video all about budget beauty, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can also bookmark the page if you would like to. I also do a live stream the first Sunday of the month at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you keep an eye on my communities tab. I'll give you guys a few days notice of when I'm going live, but yeah. Okay, so this is new from Physicians Formula, and this is supposed to be for all skin types. It's supposed to be foundation and concealer. Okay, I did buy mine on Amazon. It was $14.99. I think that's the most I've ever spent on a foundation. Yeah, I think it is. Super expensive. You do get the standard 1 ounce of product or 30 milliliters, but here are some of the claims, okay? So this is for all skin types, like I said, and this is supposed to be a ultra luxurious foundation and concealer. It's infused with a powerful blend of muru butter, cacao butter, and tucuma butter from the lush, oxidant-rich Amazon. Incredibly creamy texture melts into the skin, leaving a natural, radiant, glowing complexion. Long-wearing, weightless formula provides buildable medium to full coverage. So we already kind of know what the coverage is going to be like, medium to full. This is not the first time I've used this. This is like the third time I'm going to be wearing it because I want to have like a good idea of kind of what's going on. So it does say on the back of the bottle to make sure you shake it well before each use, and I did pick up the shade Fair to Light because it looked pretty dark. So yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a good shake. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, so I'm gonna be using one of my little poofs. It's clean, but it does come with a really nice pump. So, and I'm gonna start with 2 pumps at first because that is a pump. That is 2 pumps. Okay. Of course I forgot a mirror. What type of budget glam babe video would this be if I actually remembered a mirror, right? But I'm just gonna go ahead. And it does have that kind of butter bronzer smell to it. It's not super heavy, but just FYI, it does have that kind of scent. I do think it blends out pretty nicely. This does oxidize on me, just FYI. You'll see here in a moment that it does oxidize, but I mean, it's quite a bit of foundation on one side of my face, 2 pumps, but I definitely do think it does give nice coverage, and it does have a really pretty glow to it. I did prep my skin with a little bit of moisturizer, oil-free moisturizer, because this stuff does get pretty dewy looking, so, and I do have combo skin. Okay, so I do have some old acne scars, some new acne, so I do see a little bit of hyperpigmentation peeking through, but all in all, I don't think it's bad. I think it did a really nice job of evening out my redness, and it did cover the majority of like the slight flaws, so no complaints really. I haven't tried this with a brush. It's a pretty thick formula. I mean, I know it looks pretty liquidy, but I don't know, it just, once it gets onto the skin, I don't know, it just seems like a thicker foundation, which I know is weird, but I know someone's in the comments is gonna be like, oh my gosh, you use so much foundation. I know, I like full coverage. I have a lot to cover up, you know, and if I'm wearing foundation, you know, unless it's like a no makeup kind of makeup day, I do want full coverage because why am I going to waste the time, the money, and all that to, you know, still have a lot of stuff showing, you know, but it does, like I said, it does blend really nicely. It does stay very, very tacky, so if you have normal combo oily skin, you're definitely going to need to set this. But I think if you have dry skin and you like that more moisturizing feeling, I don't think you'll want to set this, but I noticed that if you don't work it into the skin really, really well, it's gonna look cakey. It's gonna look like it's sitting on top of the skin. But as long as you keep kind of pressing it in, you're good to go. I think if you do like beauty blenders, I think this would be really beautiful with a beauty blender or a makeup sponge. I personally don't like beauty blenders or makeup sponges. I personally like the little poofs, but completely up to you. Okay, says it's concealer too, so I'm just gonna take just a titch, and I'm gonna go ahead and split this between two fingers, and we're gonna just let it hang out underneath the under eyes for a little minute, and my nostrils. Does anyone else have like I have a lot of veins like in my nose holes, so I always have to cover those because I don't like it. To me, it's very unsightly. So I'm just gonna let that foundation kind of sit underneath the under eyes for a minute. Just really get this blended because, like I said, it does oxidize on me. So, okay, let's go ahead and try gently tapping this out. I definitely want it safe. On me, this is going to be like a concealer just because I do have some pretty bad under eye circles. But, I mean, you know, if you don't have a lot to cover up, you could probably use this as concealer. Okay, I think we're pretty well blended. This is what we're looking like. To me, it's a little bit too dewy. You know what I mean? So I am going to go ahead and set it with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Just because, like I said, I do have combo skin, and it definitely feels very, very wet. So, see, even still. And yeah, it could be because I used too much. Totally get that. I'm gonna go ahead and use the other side of my poof to really powder. I've tried this with like 2 humps through my whole entire face for like a little bit more of a natural coverage, and it still is very wet. Okay, we're just really powdering this down because I need it. This powder doesn't have extra coverage or anything, so definitely feel it where it's not powdered down. See, it still feels damp, but I'm done. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my brush and just gently make sure everything's tapped out. But yeah, with the amount that I used and the concealer underneath my eyes, I definitely feel like we did get full coverage. I look really matte right now, but my oils will come through. Just you wait. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and get going. I will go ahead and show you what this looks like in natural lighting. I will come back at the end of the day and show you what it looks like. I'm going to be putting more makeup on because I got other videos to film because, you know, it's just the life of a YouTuber and working full-time and all that. But yeah, I'll see you here in a little bit. Okay, so I am actually outside of my apartment and I have no filters on. This is what it's looking like. You guys, like, seriously, like, you can see all my texture and everything. But I mean, it's not a bad color match once it's oxidized a little bit. But yeah, I definitely think it looks pretty good. Besides my texture and stuff, it does look very creasy underneath the eyes. But yeah, if you're going to use this and if you have a lot of texture like I do, I would definitely recommend a skin smoothing primer. But yeah, okay, I'll see you here in a little while. Hello, so it's been about 6 hours since I put on this foundation, and I kind of wanted to show you what it's looking like. Sorry, I've been cooking and cleaning and filming, and so I'm just relaxing for a second, but I'm going to show you what it's doing around my eye. So it's like totally gathered. Yeah, and it's like on my nose. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. Okay, yeah, a little bit. But it's like totally seeping into like the pores. It's worn off. all along here. It's looking really cakey around my mouth. And it's really seeped into my forehead lines. And then look how bad it's creasing underneath the eye, and it's like gathering in my inner corner weirdly. But yeah, the whole entire tip of my nose, and like, look how bad that texture is. Yeah, it's not looking great. From far away it looks fine. Put on some bronzer and blush and a little bit of highlight just right here. So from far away it looks pretty good, but up close it just looks real bad. Hello, so it's been about 8 hours since I put on the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer, and as you can see, once again from far away, it looks pretty nice. So yeah, I like the way it looks. So when you get up close, still have a lot of foundation missing from the tip of my nose, still looks pretty cakey around my mouth. The texture is unbelievable. To be fair, I did not put on a pore filling primer, but what I want to see is, well, what I want to show you is how bad this stuff transfers. You saw how much powder I put on, but clean fingers. This stuff transfers so badly. Yes, to be fair, I am oily in my T-zone area, but like even just tapping, like in this area, there's so much transfer, it's like crazy. I gotta wipe my fingers off. So fingers are clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and do like a less oily area. And there's just still a ton of transfer. I think this foundation would be good for people that have normal to dry skin. I think all the butter is in it. It's lovely for the skin if you do have dry skin. If you have combo or oily skin, this stuff is gonna make you look cakey and it's going to not look great. If you are wanting to try this, you definitely are gonna need to bring a powder with you if you have normal combo oily skin. Honestly, I wouldn't even suggest this foundation if you have oily skin. But yeah, you're definitely gonna need some powder or like a little clean puff or some kind of oil absorbing papers or something, because this stuff it needs to be blotted down. I would say probably about 2 hours in, that's when I needed to blot or powder. I personally don't like foundations where it has so much upkeep. I want a foundation that I can kind of put it on and then move on with my day. But once again, if you do blot it down, then yeah, it looks nice. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to use a pore filling primer with this. I'm definitely gonna have to go on with less, meaning I'm gonna be having to spot conceal before I put this on, maybe just 2 pumps for light to medium coverage, and then I'm definitely gonna have to bring a little blotting sponge, blotting papers, stuff with me. So yeah, I think it looks really pretty from far away, but there's definitely some things you need to know about this before you go out and buy it. Pore filling primer, I think no matter what your skin texture is, unless it's like baby smooth, you're going to need a pore filling primer. You're going to have to not touch your face like at all, because it's just going to come off, and then make sure that you have stuff to maintain throughout the day. So I personally wouldn't wear this to work because I'm not working at home anymore. I'm working in the office. So with this, I would be afraid to touch my face or scratch my nose or something like that. So for me, the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer, for me, it's a miss. Pretty look, pretty coverage, but as it wears throughout the day, it just looks cakey and settles into every pore, line, whatever. So yeah, it's pretty, but it's not that pretty that I would use this daily. So there we go. I hope you did enjoy this month's foundation review. To me, it is not a Monday must-have. There's a lot more better foundations out there that are way cheaper. So yeah, unfortunately, it's a pass for me. But anyway, there we go. I hope you did enjoy this week's little Monday must-have and this month's foundation review. If you did, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and share it. Let me know down below in the comments, have you tried the new Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer? What did you think of it? Did you like it? What kind of skin type are you? Let me know down below. And just so you know, I do have a Mercari page where I sell discount makeup, beauty, skincare, hair care, all sorts of stuff. I also have another YouTube channel where I upload 7 days a week all about budget food, and I also have a little Facebook group where we kind of get together and share our good deals and stuff like that. So those will be linked down below for you, and I will link the Physicians Formula Foundation down below if it's something you are wanting to buy. If it sounds like something that's going to be up your alley. If you do have dry skin, it will be linked down below. It is an affiliate link through Amazon, so you're welcome to use it, but you definitely don't have to. Of course, you're always welcome to follow me on my other social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all about your glam, babe. Don't go anywhere quite yet. Another video should start autoplaying here very shortly, but you can always click on one of the ones that'll be popping up around the screen. But yeah, I'll see you here in just a sec.